I held the velvet box in my sweaty palm, the diamond glinting under the soft lights of the restaurant. My heart pounded like a drum in my chest, not from fear but from hope, the kind that makes your knees weak and your breath uneven. Tonight was supposed to be the night I made it official, the night I turned 2 years of love into a lifetime commitment. I got down on one knee, the whole room holding its breath as I opened the box and whispered, "Lena, will you marry me?" She looked at me. No tears, no gasp of joy, just a pause. Her lips parted, but the words that followed pierced deeper than any blade. "No." The restaurant went silent. I heard a fork clatter somewhere behind me. "Queens don't take less than they deserve," she added, her voice calm, almost rehearsed. It was like someone had pulled the floor out from under me. I stayed frozen, kneeling, while she pushed her chair back and stood up, leaving the ring gleaming under the dim chandelier. That night I drove home in silence. Lena had always been ambitious. She dreamed big, talked about luxury vacations, corner offices, designer clothes. I wasn't wealthy, but I gave her everything I could. Stability, loyalty, and a future I thought we both wanted. Her words echoed in my mind. Less than they deserve. What did she mean? 2 days passed. She didn't answer my calls. Then on the third night a text came. "We need to talk. Come to my place." I went, desperate for closure. She opened the door, dressed like she was about to step into a photo shoot. Silk blouse, gold hoops, that faint scent of jasmine she knew I liked. "Lena," I began. "I need to understand. Was it the timing? The ring? Me?" She sighed, crossing her arms. "You're a good man, Ryan. But I want more. I want a life where I don't have to worry about bills, where I can travel, where I feel like I'm growing. You're comfortable. But comfortable isn't enough. So, you said no because I'm not rich enough?" I asked, trying to keep my voice from cracking. She didn't deny it. Weeks went by and we stopped talking. I buried myself in work, in the gym, in anything that would keep me from replaying that night. Friends told me I dodged a bullet. Better now than after marriage, they said. But heartbreak doesn't follow logic. It lingers like smoke after a fire. Then, one evening while scrolling aimlessly through social media, I saw it. A picture of Lena at a rooftop party, champagne in hand, standing close to a man in a tailored suit. His arm rested casually on her waist. The caption, "Power Couple Energy #goals." My stomach twisted. I didn't confront her. Not yet. But something inside me changed. I started noticing things I'd ignored before. Her sudden expensive taste, the late nights she claimed were girls' nights, the cryptic texts she used to hide. A week later, I ran into her friend Maya at a cafe. She hesitated before speaking. "Ryan, I'm sorry about everything. You didn't deserve that." "Didn't deserve what?" Pressed. Maya bit her lip. She was seeing him before the proposal. "His name's Victor. He's some big investor. She told us she was waiting to see if he'd commit before giving you an answer." My chest tightened. Before the proposal. So, the night I knelt, heart in hand, she already had one foot out the door, and into someone else's life. I went home, my hands trembling. I stared at the unused engagement ring for hours. It wasn't just rejection anymore. It was betrayal. I drafted a message. "Lena, I know about Victor. I deserved honesty at least. But I didn't send it. Not yet." 2 months passed. I focused on rebuilding, therapy, new routines, nights out with friends. But healing isn't linear. Some nights, I lay awake, picturing her laughing at my proposal over dinner with him. Then, one rainy Thursday I got a message. "Ryan, can we meet? Please." Curiosity won. I met her at a quiet bar near the river. She looked tired. The glow I once adored dimmed around the edges. "I made a mistake," she said, eyes glistening. "Victor wasn't who I thought he was. He used me. Promised me the world, and when I left you, he moved on in weeks." I stared at her, feeling a storm of emotions. Anger, sadness, a trace of the love that once existed. "So, now you come back because he left you?" I asked. "No," she whispered. Because I realized too late what I had with you. Stability, kindness, someone who truly cared. I was chasing a fantasy. For a moment, I almost believed her. Almost. But then I remembered the coldness in her eyes that night, the way she said, "Queens don't take less than they deserve." Do you know what that night did to me? Asked voice low. I questioned my worth, my future, everything. And all the while, you were already halfway out the door with him. She reached for my hand, but I pulled back. Ryan, people make mistakes. Mistakes are spilling coffee, I cut in. What you did was a choice. The rain outside turned into a downpour, tapping against the windows like a drumbeat. So that's it, she asked softly. No second chance. I looked at her, really looked. At the woman I once imagined forever with. Now just a stranger in familiar skin. No, I said finally. Because I deserve more too. That night I walked home in the rain, feeling lighter than I had in months. Heartbreak isn't just about losing someone. It's about finding yourself again in the wreckage. Reflection. Months later, I heard Lena move to another city. Word was, she was chasing another big opportunity. I didn't feel anger anymore. Just a quiet gratitude that her no had saved me from a lifetime of half-truths and gold-plated promises. Sometimes the harshest rejections are the kindest redirections. A year later, I stood on the same riverbank where we had met that night. This time I wasn't alone. Sarah, kind, grounded, real, slipped her hand into mine. You okay? She asked. Yeah, I smiled, squeezing her fingers. More than okay. We walked on, the city lights reflecting off the water, and for the first time in a long time, I felt like I was exactly where I was meant to be. Not because I was anyone's king, but because I had finally learned what I deserved too.